Okay, so we are going to understand the meaning of retained earnings, okay, and how do we arrive at the retained earnings balance, okay. It represents the net effect of revenue and expenses of the business entity in addition to showing the dividend amount, okay. However, we have written a technical definition here, okay, and that technical definition includes many concepts, and we will understand it through a simpler example, okay. Let's say suppose there is a company, ABC company, who is dealing in selling blankets, okay. So if there is a business, so of course there is a motive to earn profit also, okay. So to earn profit, we first of all have to purchase some raw material to produce blankets, okay. Then we will find customers to sell the blankets, okay. So what we prepare actually, so we prepare a general statement, okay. We prepare a general statement where we have one side is the revenues which we generate from sale of blankets, okay. Interest income, like we have deposits with the bank, okay, savings accounts with the bank. So interest income arises from those deposits. In addition to it, we have profit on sale of asset, and likewise many of items, okay. So in business, generally these components, okay, give rise to the revenue for the business, okay. However, to run the business we have to incur many of the expenses, okay. So I have written the items on the basis of their priority, okay. So sale from the revenue from the sale of blankets is on the top priority, and accordingly, okay, 2 star for interest income, 1 star for profit and sale. Now let's come first, raw material. If there is a business of selling blankets, then raw material will be the first most expense, followed by that stationery, okay, stationery and printing expense. Now what happens after writing such statement, we end up with profit, okay, or loss, okay. Now what happens before deriving this profit and loss at this general statement level, okay, this statement level, we close down these expenses and these revenues to income summary, okay. Please write it down. Close all items to income summary. And how do we close down all the items to income summary? By passing the closing entries. Okay, we will understand how to pass the closing entries for each item. However, you can understand that all the items in the general statement will be transferred to income summary by passing closing entries. Followed by that, all the items in income summary will be transferred to retained earnings account. Okay, to retained earnings account by passing closing entry. Okay, so this is the main conclusive definition we have written here. Okay, after writing the technical definition, after understanding the main example, okay, please record down the sheet number 1, 2 as well as 3 onto your notebooks for future reference. Okay, so take a note of this statement that all the income and expenses will be transferred to retained earnings on yearly basis. Okay, because we prepare financial statements on yearly basis. And how do we close the income summary items to retained earnings account? By passing closing entries. Okay, so our solution matches with choice A, that is closing entry. Okay, so choice A is correct. That's all for our